hear me? Can you people see the screen? Okay, so last class we were doing outbreeding devices. ठीक है, we were at outbreeding devices. I hope इससे पहले तक का सब clear होगा, right? So we have seen that outbreeding devices क्या है, we need to see that what is there in the plant, what changes we have observed in the plant, through which they can prefer, they can like they can have cross pollination. they need to favor cross pollination. आपको क्रॉस पॉलिनेशन को फेवर करना है, आप चाहते हो कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा क्रॉस पॉलिनेशन हो. वाई? बिकॉज देयर शुड बी वेरिएशन. बिकॉज जब नए नए प्लांट स्पीशीज बने तो उनके अंदर वेरिएशन होनी चाहिए. ठीक है, सो नाउ वी विल बी स्टडिंग अबाउट द डिवाइसेस दैट व्हाट एनहांसेस योर क्रॉस पॉलिनेशन. ठीक है, किस किस से क्रॉस पॉलिनेशन आपका फेवर होगा. ठीक है, by which devices your cross pollination are favored, right? I think यहाँ तक सबको क्लियर है. कुछ भी अगर यहाँ तक डाउट है तो प्लीज लेट मी नो. Now one point that we have seen is there is no synchronization between the pollen release and stigma receptivity. ठीक है, so if you talk about a flower which has both sex organs, that means a single flower having male sex organ and female sex organ. ठीक है, in that if there is no synchrony between the receptivity of pollen release and stigma. ठीक है, अगर stigma और pollen release के बीच में सिंक्रोनाइजेशन नहीं होगा कि इधर देयर इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी दैट pollen get released first and your stigma is not receptive yet, or there could be the case that stigma is receptive but pollens are not released. So in this case your autogamy will be prevented. ठीक है, so in the same flower there will be no pollination, autogamy will be prevented, but still geitonogamy could be there. ठीक है, there could be geitonogamy because there are multiple flowers on the same plant, right? There are multiple flowers on the same plant, so there is possibility कि geitonogamy हो जाए, that there is geitonogamy, but we want to prevent both of them. We want to prevent autogamy as well as geitonogamy. ठीक है, but you need to you need to understand that in which case you are preventing autogamy and in which case you are preventing both autogamy and geitonogamy. So in first case we were only preventing autogamy, right? Now let us see what are the other devices that we have. Okay, now second that you can see is in some species these anther and stigma they are placed at different position. Okay, so if you see the same flower, okay, in some species, okay, you will see in some species the orientation of anther and stigma is different. Okay, so they are positioned at different levels, right? So they are like their orientation is different. Okay, they are placed at different position from each other. So what happened? To prevent self fertilization, to prevent सेल्फ पॉलिनेशन, दोनों का पोजीशन अलग कर देते हैं. स्टिग्मा अलग पोजीशन पे रहता है और आपका जो एंथर है वो अलग पोजीशन पे रहता है, जिसकी वजह से वो सेल्फ पॉलिनेशन नहीं कर पाते हैं. टू प्रिवेंट सेल्फ पॉलिनेशन, and this is also preventing autogamy but not geitonogamy. ठीक है, this case you prevent autogamy. ठीक है, you prevent pollination in the same flower but not geitonogamy, because geitonogamy is possible, right? Geitonogamy is possible because there could be multiple flowers on the same plant, same reason है ना, there could be multiple flowers on the same plant, so pollination could take place. So geitonogamy is possible but not autogamy. ठीक है, because on same flower, if you talk about same flower, so the position of, suppose this is your stigma and the anther may be like this. So now the anther will release the pollen grain. These pollen grain will not fall on the stigma, है ना? So now the pollen grain will not fall on the stigma of the same flower. So you are preventing autogamy. आप autogamy तो रोक रहे हो, but you cannot prevent geitonogamy. ठीक है, you cannot prevent geitonogamy. Now translating in Hindi. अब देखो क्या है, सेम फ्लावर में, ठीक है, सेम फ्लावर में अगर मेल और फीमेल सेक्स ऑर्गन दोनों प्रेजेंट हैं तो क्या होता है कि दोनों का ओरिएंटेशन अलग अलग होता है, दोनों का पोजीशन अलग अलग होता है, जिसकी वजह से सेम फ्लावर के पॉलन ग्रेन उसी के स्टिग्मा पे नहीं लैंड कर पाते. ठीक है, ये लैंड नहीं कर पाएंगे तो आप ऑटोगैमी को प्रिवेंट कर रहे हो, बट इससे आप जिटोनोगैमी को प्रिवेंट नहीं कर सकते हो. जिटोनोगैमी तो अभी भी होगा. ठीक है, सो दीज टू कंडीशन, फर्स्ट वन and the second one, here you are preventing autogamy but not geitonogamy. ठीक है, you are preventing autogamy but not geitonogamy. I hope these 2 points are clear to everybody. Okay, I'll try to write more clearly. पढ़ा क्या रहे हो? You do not know what I am teaching. We were doing sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Have you not attending the previous classes? आपने क्या पुरानी क्लासेस नहीं अटेंड करी हैं? कि हमें यही नहीं पता क्या पढ़ा रहे हैं? Okay, so this is the second point. Now let us see what other things we have. Okay, now third change that we have is self incompatibility. Okay, the third factor that we need to know is self incompatibility. Now, what is self incompatibility? This is a change, this is the advancement that has happened in a plant. Okay, this is the advancement that has happened in a plant in which a plant prevent self pollination. ठीक है, a plant itself do not accept the pollen grain of its own plant. ठीक है, the plant will not accept the self pollen. ठीक है, what happen in self compatibility? Here we are preventing self pollination. ठीक है, so what happens? Plant, sorry, a plant do not accept self pollen grains. ठीक है, it will not accept pollen grain coming from its own plant. खुद ही के प्लांट के pollen grain को वो accept नहीं करेगा. No fertilization, there will be no fertilization, hence preventing. So that is how you prevent self pollination. ठीक है, now your stigma will not accept the pollen grain coming from the same plant. If your pollen grain is coming from the same plant, ठीक है, flower could be same, flower could be different, but if it is coming from the same plant, your stigma will not accept that pollen grain. Now you people tell me whether it will prevent only autogamy or both autogamy and geitonogamy. What do you think? Whether it will prevent just autogamy or it can prevent both autogamy and geitonogamy? What do you say? आप लोग को क्या लगता है, इस तरीके से सिर्फ autogamy रुकेगा या autogamy और geitonogamy दोनों रुकेगा? Correct. Both autogamy and geitonogamy, because both are a type of self-pollination. In both the cases, pollen grain come from the same plant. Okay? In autogamy and in geitonogamy, pollen grain is coming from the same plant. So your stigma will not accept it. So it will prevent both. Very good. Okay? It will prevent both autogamy and geitonogamy. ठीक है, it will prevent both autogamy and geitonogamy. Now let us know the fourth point. ठीक है, this is self compatibility in which your plant is itself not accepting the pollen grain coming from same plant. ठीक है, there will be no germination, there will be no fertilization. ठीक है, self incompatibility. Next, last will be production of unisexual flowers. ठीक है, production of unisexual flowers, that means a plant will have either male flowers. ठीक है, either the plant will have male flowers or it will have female flowers. ठीक है, either the plant will have male flowers or female flowers. That means only unisexual flowers will be there. ठीक है, there will be only unisexual flowers. ठीक है, so that means there will be no self pollination. ठीक है, because see, on a single plant either there are only female flowers or there are only male flowers, so there is no possibility of self pollination. ठीक है, so it prevent both autogamy and geitonogamy. ठीक है, so here you are preventing Both autogamy and heterogamy, because either a plant will have male flower or it will have a female flower. Which condition is it? Is it a dioecious plant or a monoecious plant? This type of plant is called monoecious plant or dioecious plant. Anybody? Is it a monoecious plant or a dioecious plant? If your plant has either male flowers or female flower, या तो उसमें मेल फ्लावर है या उसमें फीमेल फ्लावर है, तो ऐसे प्लांट को डाइशियस बोलते हैं या फिर मोनेशियस बोलते हैं? नो बेटा, यूनिसेक्सुअल प्लांट मींस डाइशियस प्लांट. ठीक है, यूनिसेक्सुअल प्लांट इज योर डाइशियस प्लांट. यूनिसेक्सुअल प्लांट हो या फिर डाइशियस प्लांट हो, बोथ आर सेम थिंग. सो दिस इज योर डाइशियस प्लांट. एग्जाम्पल कुड बी पपाया, डेट पाम. ठीक है, these are unisexual plants. That means either they will have male flowers or they will have female flowers. So what is monoecious plant? Monoecious plant means plant having both male and female flowers. ठीक है, if both male and female flowers are present on the plant, it is called monoecious plant, or you can call it bisexual plant. These terms are very important. For example, you have castor, you have maize. ठीक है, so by having unisexual flowers or unisexual plant, ठीक है, because your plant is unisexual, so it will prevent both autogamy and heterogamy. So this point third and fourth, by both of these you can prevent autogamy and heterogamy and you can favor cross pollination. ठीक है, तो थर्ड और फोर्थ दोनों ही आपका autogamy और heterogamy दोनों ही प्रिवेंट कर रहा है. फोर्थ कैसे कर रहा है? बिकॉज उसमें एक ही टाइप के फ्लावर होंगे, या तो आपके मेल फ्लावर्स होंगे या फीमेल फ्लावर्स होंगे, तो उससे सेल्फ पॉलिनेशन तो हो ही नहीं सकता. सो वो हमेशा क्रॉस पॉलिनेशन को फेवर करेगा. ऐसे प्लांट्स को हम या तो यूनिसेक्सुअल प्लांट्स कहते हैं या हम उन्हें डाइशियस प्लांट्स कहते हैं. ठीक है, सो दीज आर योर इन ब्रीडिंग डिवाइसेस. आई होप दिस मच इज क्लियर. डाइशियस, डाइशियस करेक्ट. ठीक है, यहाँ तक कोई डाउट है? प्लीज नोट इट डाउन इफ समथिंग इज लेफ्ट. देन वी विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम pollen pistil interaction. ठीक है, प्लीज नोट इट डाउन, देन वी विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम pollen pistil interaction. ओके, Next that we need to do is pollen pistil interaction. So that means we are done with pre-fertilization events. Okay, as I told you in the starting of the chapter, we'll be dividing it into three parts: pre-fertilization, fertilization, post-fertilization. Okay, now that we are done with the pre-fertilization event, now you have फर्टिलाइजेशन इवेंट. ठीक है, अब हम देखेंगे फर्टिलाइजेशन इवेंट. उसमें सबसे पहले क्या है, द फर्स्ट दैट वी हैव इज pollen pistil interaction. ठीक है, now that pollination is done, ठीक है, you have transferred the pollen grain from anther to the stigma. Now what will happen, as the pollen grain will land on the stigma, ठीक है, as soon as the pollen grain will land on the stigma, there will be some chemical dialogue between stigma and pollen grain. ठीक है, there will be some chemical reactions. ठीक है, कुछ chemical reactions होंगे. By the chemical reaction, your stigma, either it will accept the pollen. ठीक है, either it will accept the pollen if pollen it is of same type. ठीक है, if pollen grain is of same species, same type, your stigma will accept the pollen or it will reject the pollen. ठीक है, your stigma, either it will accept the pollen or it will reject the pollen. Now if it accepts the pollen, ठीक है, if your stigma accepts the pollen, there will be formation of pollen tube. ठीक है, there will be formation of pollen tube, and that pollen tube will enter into the ovule, right? And that pollen tube will enter into the ovule. This complete process is called pollen pistil interaction. ठीक है, this complete process is called pollen pistil interaction. ठीक है, क्या है pollen pistil interaction? आपने pollen grain को ट्रांसफर कर दिया स्टिग्मा पे. ठीक है, जैसे ही pollen grain स्टिग्मा पे आ जाता है, उन दोनों के बीच में कुछ केमिकल एक्सचेंज होते हैं, केमिकल रिएक्शन होते हैं, जिससे स्टिग्मा को पता चलता है कि वो pollen grain सही टाइप का है या नहीं है. अगर वो सही टाइप का है तो वो उसको एक्सेप्ट कर लेता है, अगर नहीं है तो रिजेक्ट कर देता है. अगर उसने एक्सेप्ट कर लिया तो उसके बाद pollen ट्यूब बनेगा एंड pollen ट्यूब आपके ओव्यूल के अंदर एंटर करेगा. इस पूरे प्रोसेस को pollen pistil interaction कहते हैं. ठीक है, सो व्हाट विल हैपन, pollen grain land on stigma. ठीक है, your pollen grain will land on stigma, right? So now what will happen, there is a chemical dialogue between them. ठीक है, there is a chemical dialogue between them. Okay, so there will be some chemical dialogue or chemical reactions, you can say, take place. ठीक है, now there will be two possibilities. Either your stigma will accept the right type of pollen. If the pollen is of right type, because there are chances that wrong type of pollen could come, है ना, because it is coming from wind, from water, from insect, so any type of pollen grain could come. ठीक है, so stigma will accept the right type of pollen and reject the, okay, it will reject the other pollen. If the pollen grain is some other type, so it will get rejected. Okay, now your stigma will accept the right type of pollen. Once the pollen is accepted, okay, once the pollen is accepted, there will be formation of pollen tube. Okay, then there will be formation of pollen tube. Okay, a pollen tube will be formed. Okay, there is pollen germination and pollen tube will be formed, right? Pollen tube बनेगा. After the pollen tube is formed, ठीक है, after the pollen tube is formed, content of pollen grain. ठीक है, the content of pollen grain. What is the content of pollen grain? That is your male gametes and your vegetative cell, or it could be vegetative cell or generative cell. ठीक है, so once the pollen tube is formed, the content of pollen grain enter the pollen tube. ठीक है, content of pollen grain enter the pollen tube, right? And this pollen tube move through कहाँ से मूव करेगा? pollen tube moves through stigma and style. ठीक है, it will travel through stigma and style and enters the ovary. ठीक है, your pollen tube will enter the ovary, right? Your pollen tube will reaches the ovary. Once it reaches the ovary, it enter the ovule. It enters the ovule. ठीक है, once it reaches the ovary, it enter the ovule from where? Through micropyle. ठीक है, it enters the ovule through micropyle. So your pollen tube, it enters the ovule through micropyle, and this complete process is called pollen pistil interaction. This complete process is called pollen pistil interaction. If I write a statement that what is pollen pistil interaction, then all events from pollen landing, ठीक है, since your pollen has landed or deposited on stigma, ठीक है, once your pollen is deposited to stigma, until the pollen tube enters the ovule, okay, until the pollen tube enters the ovule, this is the last thing, this complete is known as pollen pistil interaction. ठीक है, this complete process is known as pollen pistil interaction. So this is pollen pistil interaction. I hope this is clear to everybody. If you want to write something, you can write, or if you have any doubts, please let me know. I hope this is clear. This one is easy. Voice beach mein. Is my voice lagging? Are people not able to hear me? बीच में नहीं आ रहा अभी. Is it clear? Can you people hear me right now? Is it fine or not? Yes, ठीक है. If it is, if it lags at some time, please let me know. ठीक है. So this was your pollen pistil interaction. Okay, I got you. This is pollen pistil interaction. Do you have any doubts in this? सबको समझ में आ गया? तो कहाँ से कहाँ तक है? जब pollen grain sorry, जब pollen grain आपका स्टिग्मा पे आता है, एंड टिल द टाइम pollen ट्यूब ओव्यूल के अंदर एंटर करेगा, वो पूरा का पूरा जर्नी इज कॉल्ड pollen pistil interaction. ठीक है, you people can note it down. Understood. All right, I'm showing you the slide. You people can note it down if something is left. So this is pollen pistil interaction. Now you see your male gametes. ठीक है, now your male gametes have entered into the ovule, right? Now your male gametes have entered into the ovule, and now fertilization will take place. ठीक है, now fertilization will take place. Okay, can you people tell me if your pollen grain is at two-celled stage? ठीक है, if a pollen grain is at two-cell stage, that means it has a vegetative cell and a generative cell. Now at this point, ठीक है, now at this point, when they enter into the pollen tube, ठीक है, when the content of pollen grain enter into the pollen tube, your generative cell will divide into two male gametes. ठीक है, your generative cell will divide into two male gametes. So finally, inside the pollen tube, you will have two male gamete and one vegetative cell. ठीक है, inside the pollen tube, you will have two male gametes and one vegetative cell. ठीक है, तो मैंने अभी क्या बताया कि अगर आपका pollen grain टू सेल स्टेज पे था, मतलब एक वेजिटेटिव सेल था और एक जनरेटिव सेल था, तो इस टाइम पे जब वो सारी चीज pollen ट्यूब में एंटर कर जाती है, आपका जनरेटिव सेल डिवाइड करके दो मेल गैमीट बना लेगा. मतलब pollen ट्यूब के अंदर दो मेल गैमीट होंगे और एक वेजिटेटिव सेल होगा. ठीक है, आई होप दिस इज क्लियर. You people can note it down. Now we'll do, before starting fertilization, we'll do a small topic which is artificial hybridization. Okay, so now let us see the another topic, that is artificial hybridization. Anybody could tell me what do you mean by artificial hybridization? What do you understand by hybridization or artificial hybridization? नव्या शुराग बेटा पढ़ेंगे ही आगे, इतनी जल्दी किस बात की आपको? What is artificial hybridization? Anybody? What do you mean by hybridization or artificial hybridization? Hybridization क्या होता है? Anybody? What is hybridization? Technique used in plant breeding. ठीक है, so basically what happens, breeding is making the artificial cross, right? See, for the crop production or crop development, ठीक है, for the crop development program, what do? We make a cross, we carry out a cross between two different species, ठीक है, we carry out a cross between two different species, there could be two different genus, so that we can get a progeny, we can get a progeny with superior qualities, ठीक है, so that you can get a progeny with superior qualities, ठीक है, so you select the parents, ठीक है, you will select a parent, you will select a male parent, you will select a female parent which are superior, ठीक है, which have some superior characters. Now you will make a cross between them, you will carry out a cross between them, ठीक है, you will make them breed, आप उनका breeding कराओगे, cross कराओगे. Now the progeny that you will get, they will have superior character of mother and father, ठीक है, they will have the superior characters of both the parents, mother and father. So here you are crossing them, you are breeding them by artificially selecting them, ठीक है, you artificially select the parents and then carry out the cross, ठीक है, you artificially select the parents and then carry out the cross. That is why it is called artificial hybridization, because it is not a natural process, you yourself is selecting the parents and then carrying out the cross, ठीक है, so this is artificial hybridization. We will define it. So what is it? Crossing between different species, ठीक है, it is a cross between different species and it could be between different genera, means genus, between different genus, to combine their, so that you can combine their desirable traits, ठीक है, to combine their desirable traits and to produce superior progeny, ठीक है, so that you can produce superior progenies, right? Now for this process there are two important techniques, ठीक है, for this process there are two important techniques to prevent, technique, you have important technique to prevent stigma, ठीक है, to prevent your stigma from contamination, ठीक है, you want to protect your stigma from contamination of unwanted pollen, ठीक है, you do not want any unwanted pollen to come on stigma and germinate there, ठीक है, you do not want any unwanted pollen to come on stigma and germinate there, ठीक है, because you have selected the male and female parent and you want a cross between them, so for this reason you want to protect your stigma. Why we need to protect our stigma? So that we will put only those pollen grain that is required that we have selected. ठीक है, we will use only those pollen grain that we have selected. So we want to protect our stigma from any other unwanted pollen grain. ठीक है, तो हम क्या देख रहे हैं, आर्टिफिशियल हाइब्रिडाइजेशन, जिसमें हम क्या करेंगे, खुद से दो पेरेंट्स को सेलेक्ट करेंगे, हम एक फीमेल सेलेक्ट करेंगे, एक मेल सेलेक्ट करेंगे, उनके बीच में क्रॉस कराएंगे, ताकि जो प्रोजेनीज आए उनका वो सुपीरियर क्वालिटी का हो, उसमें फादर की सुपीरियर क्वालिटी भी हो और मदर की सुपीरियर क्वालिटी भी हो। बट इसके लिए मुझे अपने स्टिग्मा को प्रोटेक्ट करना पड़ेगा किसी और अनवांटेड पॉलन से। मैं नहीं चाहती कि मेरे जो स्टिग्मा है उस पर कोई और पॉलन आके लैंड कर जाए। तो हमें देखना है हम कैसे अपनी स्टिग्मा को प्रोटेक्ट करें। ठीक है, आई होप इट इज क्लियर टिल हियर। Now the techniques are, see, there are two conditions. First, if you have a bisexual flowers, okay, if you have bisexual flowers, that means there is a plant, and on this plant you have a bisexual flower, there is stigma and there are anthers. Okay, this is a bisexual flower. So here there is a possibility of self pollination. Okay, there is a possibility of self pollination. Now we do not want them. Okay, we do not want any self pollination to take place. So what we will do, first of all, we will remove the anthers. Okay, we will remove the anthers. Okay, first step will be we will remove the anthers in bisexual flowers. If there is a bisexual flower, you will remove the anther. ठीक है, you will remove the anther before anther releases its pollen grain. ठीक है, before anther releases the pollen grain, you need to remove the anther. ठीक है, आप क्या करोगे, you will cut the anthers. ठीक है, you will cut the anthers so that pollen grain will not fall on the stigma. तो आप क्या करोगे, अगर bisexual flower है मतलब उसमें मेल पार्ट भी है फीमेल पार्ट भी है, तो आप अपने फीमेल पार्ट को प्रोटेक्ट करना चाहते हो कि उसमें सेल्फ पॉलिनेशन ना हो, तो आप क्या करोगे, एंथर को कट कर दोगे। ठीक है, यू विल कट द एंथर, आपने इन एंथर्स को कट कर दिया। दिस प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड emasculation. ठीक है, so the first process is emasculation. Is it clear to everybody? ठीक है, this will only be done when it is a bisexual flower. ठीक है, when it is a bisexual flower. ये क्लियर है सबको? Okay, I'll repeat. What should I repeat? Tell me which topic shall I repeat? Saranya, EMRS Lahore. What should I repeat, beta? Which topic? Artificial hybridization. ठीक है, what is artificial hybridization? That means you are selecting the parents. ठीक है, you select a father, you select a mother. ठीक है, you select two plant. ठीक है, one is male plant, one is female plant. Now why are you selecting them? Because they must carry some superior qualities, they must carry some superior characters. ठीक है, so you will select two parents which carry superior characters. ठीक है, now you will carry out a cross between them. ठीक है, you will carry out a cross between them. Why? So that the progeny, ठीक है, so that the progeny or the generation that they will produce will contain the superior quality of both the parents, of mother as well as father. ठीक है, so first you will select the parents and you make a cross between them so that you get a superior progeny, ताकि आपको superior progeny मिले. This process is called artificial hybridization. कि आप खुद से चूज करोगे, you will choose the parents and then you will carry out a cross. समझ में आया? Emasculation. Emasculation क्या है? Emasculation is removal of anthers. ठीक है, cutting of anther. If you have a bisexual flower, ठीक है, if you have a bisexual flower, there is a chance that pollen grain from that anther could fall on the stigma of the same flower. ठीक है, but we do not want that. We do not want the pollen grain from the same flower to land on stigma. So you need to protect your stigma from those pollen grain. Okay, you need to protect your stigma from those pollen grain. So that is why you will remove the anther. Okay, you will cut the anther. So that removal of anther is called emasculation. समझ आया? That removal of anther is called emasculation.
No.
बोलो समझ आया?
What did you apply? How
आ
did
गया?
you
Okay.
get?
Guys, please mute yourself. Artificial. एक बताती हूँ, एक मिनट.
What cream did you use?
बेटा आर्टिफिशियल हाइब्रिडाइजेशन मीन्स आप खुद से दो पेरेंट्स को सेलेक्ट करोगे. ठीक है, आप एक मदर फ्लावर को सेलेक्ट करोगे और एक आप मतलब मेल फ्लावर को सेलेक्ट करोगे, एक फीमेल फ्लावर को सेलेक्ट करोगे. कैसे सेलेक्ट करेंगे? उनकी करेक्टरिस्टिक देख के कि उसमें सुपीरियर करेक्टरिस्टिक हो. फिर आप उनके बीच में क्रॉस कराओगे ताकि उनकी जो प्रोजेनीज बने उसके अंदर दोनों के अच्छे अच्छे करेक्टर्स आ जाएं. इस प्रोसेस को बोलते हैं आर्टिफिशियल हाइब्रिडाइजेशन. ठीक है, बिकॉज वो खुद से नहीं क्रॉस कर रहे हैं, खुद से नहीं वो प्रोजेनी प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं. हमने दोनों पेरेंट्स को सेलेक्ट किया, फिर एक के पोलन ग्रेन को लेके दूसरे के स्टिग्मा पे जाके डस्ट कर दिया ताकि जो प्रोजेनी बने वो उन दोनों की ही बने, उन दोनों के सुपीरियर क्वालिटीज उसमें आ जाएं. समझ में आया? अपने आप को म्यूट कर लो गाइस, प्लीज म्यूट योरसेल्फ. Chinisium vifi, I don't know how to pronounce it. Please mute yourself. Thank you. Chalo, moving forward. So one thing is having a if you have a bisexual flower, you will perform emasculation. You will cut the anthers. Now you have one more problem. Okay, we have one more problem, and that is it is possible. Okay, it is possible that pollen grain from some other plant, from some other flower could come and land on your stigma. Okay, the pollen grain from other plants could also come. We do not want that. Okay, we do not want that pollen grain from some other plants could come and contaminate your stigma. So second thing that you need to done is you need to protect your stigma. You need to cover your stigma. Okay, now you need to cover your stigma so that other pollens, other unwanted pollen should not come and should not come and land on your stigma. Okay, so the second step that we have is bagging. Now what will you do? The emasculated flowers means where anther has been removed. Okay, in emasculated flowers, what will you do? The emasculated flowers are covered, you will cover them, are covered by a bag of suitable size. Okay, they are covered by a bag of suitable size, and that bag could be made of any paper. Okay, like butter paper, made of butter paper. Okay, so you will cover your stigma. You will cover your stigma so to prevent landing of unwanted pollen on stigma. ठीक है, you want to prevent landing of unwanted pollen on stigma. ठीक है, तो आपने जब एक बार एंथर हटा दिए, अब एक और प्रॉब्लम है कि उस स्टिग्मा पे दूसरे पॉलन ग्रेन भी आ सकते हैं. तो आप उस स्टिग्मा को प्रोटेक्ट करना चाहते हो. स्टिग्मा को प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए आप उसको कवर कर दोगे एक बैग से. दिस इज कॉल्ड, this process is basically called, this is called bagging. ठीक है, this process is called bagging. So first you have performed emasculation for the male part. You have removed the male parts, and then you have performed bagging. That means covering the female part. ठीक है, you have covered the female part. So now you have bagged it. ठीक है, you have covered it. Bagging. You have performed the bagging step. ठीक है, now you have covered your stigmas. ठीक है, after that what will you do? What is the third step? Okay, after you have performed the bagging, what will you do? You will dust. Wait. Once you get the pollen grain, once the stigma is mature, okay, once the stigma is mature, okay, once your stigma is mature, remove the bag, okay, once the stigma is mature, remove the bag and dust the pollen grain, okay, you will remove the bag and you will dust the pollen grains, okay, you will dust the pollen grain over stigma. And finally, you will perform rebagging. Okay? Then you will perform rebagging so that other pollen grain also should not come over the stigma. Okay? Rebagging is performed. You will bag the stigma again. Okay? You will bag the stigma again so that other pollen grains could not come and contaminate your stigma. Okay? I hope this is clear. ठीक है, आई होप दिस इज क्लियर. सो आपने पहले क्या किया, एंथर्स को रिमूव किया, इमेस्कुलेशन, देन आप अपने स्टिग्मा को कवर किया बाय बैगिंग. जैसे ही स्टिग्मा रिसेप्टिव हो गया, जैसे ही स्टिग्मा मैच्योर हो गया, आप उसका बैग हटा के उस पे पॉलन ग्रेन डस्ट कर दोगे. ठीक है, यू विल डस्ट द पॉलन ग्रेन and after that you will rebag it again. Rebagging is important so that other pollen grain should not come and contaminate your stigma. ठीक है, so rebagging is important. This is the complete process for artificial hybridization in case you have a bisexual flowers. Okay, in case you have a bisexual flower. Now second thing is you can also have unisexual flowers. Okay, you can also have unisexual flowers. Now what could be the difference in the process? What do you think is the difference in process if you have a bisexual flower and you have a unisexual flower? What should be the difference? क्या difference होगा process में अगर आपके पास unisexual flower है? सारा शॉर्ट में फिर से बताओ तो बाइसेक्सुअल वाला. ऑल राइट, अभी रिपीट करती हूँ. पहले मुझको ये बताओ कि यूनिसेक्सुअल होगा तो क्या डिफरेंस रहेगा. टिल देन लेट मी रिपीट द प्रोसेस. ठीक है, लेट मी रिपीट द प्रोसेस. अभी मैंने दोबारा से बताया आपको कि बाइसेक्सुअल फ्लावर्स हैं तो सबसे पहले आप एंथर रिमूव करोगे ताकि उसके पॉलन ग्रेन स्टिग्मा पे ना लैंड करे. उसके बाद अपनी स्टिग्मा को कवर कर दोगे ताकि और कहीं से पॉलन ग्रेन ना आए. ठीक है, जैसे ही स्टिग्मा मैच्योर हो जाएगा आप इसका बैग हटाओगे और पॉलन ग्रेन को, जो भी रिक्वायर्ड पॉलन ग्रेन है जो आपने सेलेक्ट किया है, वो वाले पॉलन ग्रेन को इस पे डस्ट कर दोगे. ठीक है, डस्ट करने के बाद दोबारा से स्टिग्मा को प्रोटेक्टेड रखने के लिए रीबैग कर दोगे, दोबारा से बैग लगा दोगे. ठीक है, ये है इफ यू हैव अ बाइसेक्सुअल फ्लावर. व्हाट शुड बी द डिफरेंस इन द प्रोसेस इफ यू हैव अ यूनिसेक्सुअल फ्लावर? सर 5
वाटर का सप्लाई कितने बजे क्लास खत्म है?
30.
4:30.
ठीक है, फर्स्ट नहीं होगा इमेस्कुलेशन, डायरेक्ट बैगिंग, ओनली बैगिंग. वेरी गुड. ठीक है, सो देयर इज नो इमेस्कुलेशन. व्हाई नो इमेस्कुलेशन? बिकॉज you have only one type of part, you have only one type of flower, either it is a female flower or it is a male flower. ठीक है, either it is a female flower or it is a male flower, so you do not require emasculation. ठीक है, so you do not require to remove the anthers because only stigma is there. So just emasculation is not performed. ठीक है, only emasculation is not performed, rest all the steps will be same. So there will be bagging, then dusting of pollen, and then there will be rebagging. There is no emasculation. I hope this one is clear. There is no emasculation.
ओए मैनू नहीं क्लास ले रही हूँ.
I hope this is clear. If you have any doubts in the process of artificial hybridization, please write in the chat box. दे रही हूँ. ठीक है, All right. So bisexual में what do you have? You have emasculation. After emasculation, there is begging. After begging, once your stigma is receptive, you will dust the pollen grain. And then re-begging. That's it.
डांस में खिलाफ ले रहे हैं, तो उसी फिर तक भी जा रही है।
Clear? All right. No doubts? Okay, so here we are done with artificial hybridization. Next that we have is the fertilization process, which is also known as double fertilization. Okay, this is double fertilization. Now, why do we call it double fertilization? You people have done it in class 10th, right? Why do we call it double fertilization? Why do we call it double fertilization? Anybody? The fertilization in plants, we'll be studying the fertilization in plants. Why do you call it double fertilization? What is the reason? Why do we call it double fertilization? And remember, this is the special feature of angiosperms. Okay, this is a special feature of angiosperms. This double fertilization will only take place in angiosperm. No gymnosperms, no pteridophytes, no bryophytes, and no algae. Okay, so there will be double fertilization only in angiosperms. Okay, this should be clear to you. Why it is called double fertilization? Everybody, this is very easy. Why do we call it double fertilization and not just fertilization? जल्दी बताओ. दो बार फ्यूजन होता है. Very good, because there is double fusion. ठीक है? You have two male gametes, two fertilization occurs. You have two male gametes, so there will be two fusions, and that is why it is called double fertilization. Very good. Now you have, and remember, it only happens in angiosperm. Very important thing. Nice. Observed in angiosperms. Okay, double fertilization is observed in angiosperms. Now let us see what happens. Okay, let us see the process. Now we know the pollen grain have come to the stigma. They have germinated. Okay, they have germinated. Now we know that pollen grains have come to the stigma. Okay. Once your stigma will accept the pollen grain, suppose this pollen grain is accepted, it will start forming a pollen tube. Okay. It will start forming a pollen tube. This much we have seen, right? And you have a ovule inside. Okay. You have a ovule inside. This is your ovule, and your pollen tube will enter through here. Your pollen tube will enter through here because this end is micropylar. This is micropyle. This is your pollen tube. This is your germinated pollen grain. Germinated pollen grain. ठीक है? So now once your pollen grain is germinated, it will release its content. ठीक है? It will release its content. First, your pollen grain is germinated. It will release its content. That will be vegetative cell. And behind the vegetative cell, you will have two male gametes. ठीक है? So you will have, let's write it here. Second thing, vegetative cell and two male gametes are released in pollen tube. ठीक है? तो सबसे पहले क्या हुआ, आपका pollen grain लैंड किया स्टिग्मा में. जो pollen grain जर्मिनेट होगा, एक्सेप्ट होगा, वहां से pollen tube बनेगा. ठीक है? वहां से pollen tube बनेगा और pollen grain से आपका वेजिटेटिव सेल और दो मेल गैमीट pollen tube के अंदर एंटर कर जाएंगे. This vegetative cell will help in the formation of pollen tube. ठीक है? This vegetative cell will help in the formation of pollen tube. Now, if you will go further, this is your embryo sac. ठीक है? This is your embryo sac. ठीक है? This one is embryo sac. What does it contain? There will be 3 antipodal cells. ठीक है? There will be 3 antipodal cells. Here you have polar nuclei. ठीक है? And at this end you have 2 synergids and 1 egg. है ना? You have 2 synergids and 1 egg. Let's zoom it. 3 antipodal cells, 2 polar nuclei, synergids with filiform apparatus, and a egg. ठीक है? This is clear, I hope. ठीक है? तो ये आपका embryo sac हो गया. Now let us see what happens. Let us see what happens. The third thing is male gamete enters the ovule through micropylar end. ठीक है? The male gamete will enter the ovule through micropylar end it will enter via synergids. ठीक है? It will enter via synergid and entry is guided through, who will guide the entry? Entry is guided through filiform apparatus. So basically this filiform apparatus will guide the entry of male gametes, two male gametes. ठीक है? Will guide the entry of male gametes into the synergid. ठीक है? Through filiform apparatus. So क्या हुआ? Male gamete enter करेगा ovule में through micropylar end and किसी भी एक synergid से, mind it, only one synergid, किसी भी एक synergid से दोनों male gamete ovule के अंदर enter करेंगे. ठीक है? किसी भी एक synergid से दोनों male gamete ovule के अंदर enter करेंगे. Both the male gametes will use single synergid and their entry is guided by filiform apparatus. I hope everything is clear till here. Koshika is cell and Kendrak is nucleus, right? Clear? यहाँ तक क्लियर है सबको? यहाँ तक प्रोसेस क्लियर है? Is the process clear till here? Here? All right. Let us move forward then. Now see what happens. You have two male gametes. One male gamete fuses with, ठीक है, one male gamete fuses with egg, and this is called syngamy. This process is called syngamy. ठीक है, so one male gamete will go, it fuses with egg, and this process is called syngamy, and they will form zygote. After fusion, zygote will be formed, which is of course diploid because your male gamete was haploid. ठीक है, so एक male gamete जाएगा, egg cell के साथ fuse करेगा, and इस process को हम क्या बोलते हैं? syngamy. ठीक है, this is one fusion. ठीक है, this is one fusion. Now let us see the another fusion. The second male gamete will go and it fuses with polar nuclei. ठीक है, it fuses with your polar nuclei. Polar nuclei is n plus n because these are two nucleus. ठीक है, polar nuclei is n plus n because they are two nucleus. So it fuses with polar nuclei, and this is called triple fusion. This is called triple fusion, and they will form what? What will they form? They will form your endosperm. ठीक है, here you will see there is a formation of primary endosperm nucleus. ठीक है, there will be formation of primary endosperm nucleus, which is called PEN. Anybody, can you tell me the ploidy of PEN? What will be the ploidy of PEN? Batao. What will be the ploidy of PEN? Jaldi, tell me the ploidy of PEN. Since two fusions are taking place, hence it is called double fertilization. इसलिए हम इसको क्या बोलते हैं? Double fertilization. What is the ploidy of PEN? Primary endosperm nucleus. Anybody? What is the ploidy of PEN? Very good. Triploid. Shabash. It is triploid. Why triploid? Because 2n comes from polar nuclei and 1n comes from male gamete. Oh. So your primary endosperm nucleus is triploid. It is triploid in angiosperms only. If they talk about gymnosperm, it is haploid. Okay. So this is double fertilization. Please note it down. I hope this is clear to everybody. Syngamy plus triple fusion. Okay, syngamy plus triple fusion. And the central cell. Okay, this was your central cell. After fusion, okay, after fusion, central cell is known as PEC, primary endosperm cell, and nucleus is called primary endosperm nucleus, cell is called primary endosperm cell. Okay, and your egg, which has been converted into zygote, now it will develop into embryo. Okay, after development, what will happen after development? Means post fertilization. Okay, this is post fertilization. Egg converts to zygote, zygote converts into embryo, and you have central cell. We have seen that central cell converts to primary endosperm cell. Okay, primary endosperm cell, which later on produce endosperm. Okay, this later on produce endosperm. So you have embryo and you have endosperm after development. Okay, after development you have endosperm and you have what? Embryo. Here fertilization is completed. Now we need to do post fertilization events. Okay, please note down till here. If you have any doubts, let me know. Mute yourself, everybody. Chinnasam, YFA, I don't. Please mute yourself. I'm not able to remove the people from the class. No doubt, all right. Have people noted it down? Do you people make notes? Do you write something? All right. So next that we have is post-fertilization events. Have you people seen the question paper of NEET? Have you people seen the paper of NEET? How was it? Post-fertilization events. Endosperm क्या करेगा? Now we will be studying post-fertilization. There we will study embryo, we will study endosperm. ठीक है, अभी हम पूरा देखेंगे endosperm का development, embryo का development. Endosperm basically क्या करता है? Growing embryo को food provide करेगा. ठीक है, growing embryo को nutrition provide करेगा. ठीक. Okay, post-fertilization events. Now what happened post-fertilization? That means what happened after fertilization. After fertilization, what happens? There will be development of embryo. There will be development of endosperm. Okay. So what will happen? First, you have primary endosperm nucleus. Okay. First, you have primary endosperm nucleus. It converts into, sorry. Now you have primary endosperm cell. It converts into endosperm. So you will see development of endosperm. Then you have zygote that converts into embryo. So we will see the development of embryo. Okay. Endosperm, embryo. Then you have ovule. Okay. After fertilization, your ovule converts into seed. So you will see development of seed. And then you have ovary. After fertilization, ovary converts into fruit. So you will see development of fruit. So in post-fertilization event, we need to study 4 topics, and those are endosperm, embryo, seed, and fruit. Okay, so we'll take one by one. First, we will start from endosperm development. Okay, at first we will start from endosperm development. I hope this is clear. Chalazial, see, chalazial is the end. Basically, this is the other side of the micropylar end. So from the chalazial end only, ठीक है, from the chalazial end only एंडोस्पर्म डेवलपमेंट स्टार्ट्स. ठीक है, तो जो शिलाजल एंड था, जो आपका शिलाजल वाला साइड था, वहीं पे एंडोस्पर्म डेवलपमेंट स्टार्ट होता है. दोस टिश्यूज स्टार्ट डेवलपिंग. ठीक है, दोस टिश्यूज स्टार्ट डेवलपिंग एंड दे कन्वर्ट इनटू एंडोस्पर्म. ठीक है, उसी साइड पे एंडोस्पर्म डेवलपमेंट स्टार्ट होता है. नाउ यू सी दिस इज अबाउट एम्ब्रियो सेल. Everything which is एवरीथिंग विच इज सराउंडिंग द एम्ब्रियो सैक, जो भी चीजें आपके एम्ब्रियो सैक के अंदर प्रेजेंट थी बाकी, ठीक है, लाइक एंटीबॉडल सेल थे, सिनर्जिड्स थे, दे विल ऑल गेट डीजनरेटेड, ठीक है, दे विल ऑल गेट डीजनरेटेड. नाउ you have only embryo, ठीक है, you have only embryo, and outside the embryo, ठीक है, outside the embryo all the nucellus cells they will start converting, sorry, outside the embryo you have that primary endosperm cell, ठीक है, you have that primary endosperm cell and that converts into endosperm. तो जो आपका पीईसी था वो एंडोस्पर्म में कन्वर्ट होगा और जो अंदर जाइगोट था वो एम्ब्रियो बना लेगा. आसपास शिलाजल एंड कहाँ था? न्यूसेलस में. वो तो ऑलरेडी न्यूट्रिशन प्रोवाइड कर रहा था, ठीक है ना. जो आपका शिलाजल एंड था वो ऑलरेडी न्यूसेलस में न्यूसेलस में प्रेजेंट था, तो न्यूसेलस तो आपको ऑलरेडी न्यूट्रिशन प्रोवाइड कर रहा था, ठीक है. शिलाजल एंड वाज प्रेजेंट इन न्यूसेलस एंड न्यूसेलस वाज ऑलरेडी प्रोवाइडिंग द न्यूट्रिशन. वो तो आपको ऑलरेडी न्यूट्रिशन प्रोवाइड कर रहा था ना. धीरे धीरे वो डीजनरेट हो जाएगा. समझ में आया? Now what is the function of endosperm? ठीक है, what is the function of endosperm? So basically your endosperm provides assured nutrition to growing embryo, ठीक है. It will provide assured nutrition to growing embryo, ठीक है. growing embryo को nutrition provide करेगा because it is providing nutrition to the embryo, ठीक है, because it is providing nutrition to the embryo. So endosperm development starts before the embryo development, ठीक है. So first endosperm will develop, after that embryo development takes place, ठीक है. So there is a statement in NCERT में एक statement है that endosperm development precedes the embryo development. That means before embryo starts developing, ठीक है, before embryo starts developing there is endosperm development, ठीक है. तो पहले endosperm का development होता है, जैसे ही थोड़ा सा endosperm बन जाता है then there is embryo development. बाद में embryo development होता है. क्यों? ताकि growing embryo को फूड मिल जाए, ठीक है, क्योंकि फूड तो एंडोस्पर्म ही देगा. तो पहले एंडोस्पर्म का डेवलपमेंट स्टार्ट होता है और फिर एम्ब्रियो का डेवलपमेंट होता है, ठीक है. सो दिस इज योर एंडोस्पर्म डेवलपमेंट टू प्रोवाइड न्यूट्रिशन टू द ग्रोइंग एम्ब्रियो, ठीक है. नाउ लेट अस योर एंडोस्पर्म स्टार्ट डेवलपिंग. एंडोस्पर्म स्टार्ट डेवलपिंग from shellazal end, ठीक है. There were two ends, one is micropylar end, other is shellazal end. So the endosperm development it starts from shellazal end, ठीक है. Endosperm development will start from shellazal end. Now how does it take place? See what happens. Most common type of endosperm development. There are different type of endosperm development, but if you see the most common type, अगर आप most common type देखोगे तो क्या होता है? First there is free nuclear division. You have primary endosperm nucleus, ठीक है. It will undergo free nuclear division. What do we mean by free nuclear division? Okay, this is your cell and this is your nucleus. This is primary endosperm nucleus. This is primary endosperm cell. It will undergo free nuclear division. What do we understand by free nuclear division? What do we understand by free nuclear division? Anybody, what do you understand by free nuclear division? ये हमने पढ़ा हुआ है. फ्री न्यूक्लियर डिवीजन क्या होता है? Nucleus divide multiple time. Very good. ठीक है, that only nucleus will divide and there is no cytokinesis. ठीक है, so you will get free nuclear endosperm. ठीक है, first only nucleus divide, like this is your cell and you will have multiple nucleus. ठीक है, you will have multiple nucleus. So first only nucleus, मैं खा लूंगी, हाँ ठीक है, first there will be only nucleus. ठीक है, there is multiple nucleus because there was only free nuclear division. ठीक है, now you have free nuclear endosperm and this is followed by cytokinesis. ठीक है, this is followed by cytokinesis. There is cell wall formation. Cell wall formation. ठीक है, now cell wall is formed and you will have multiple cells. Now you will have multiple cells. ठीक है, पहले सिर्फ न्यूक्लियस थे, अब मल्टीपल सेल्स हो गए. दिस इज योर सेल्यूलर एंडोस्पर्म. ठीक है, नाउ दिस इज योर सेल्यूलर एंडोस्पर्म. So first free nuclear division take place and then cell wall formation will take place and then you will get cellular endosperm. ठीक है, समष्टि विभाजन. ठीक है, so this is how your endosperm development take place. पहले you will have free nuclear endosperm. ठीक है, and then you will have cellular endosperm. Please note it down. And this is the endosperm development. You have one example. You must have seen coconut. ठीक है, so the water of coconut. ठीक है, the water of coconut is basically free nuclear endosperm. ठीक है, the water of coconut is free nuclear endosperm and the white kernel that you eat. ठीक है, white kernel of coconut that you eat is cellular endosperm. ठीक है, this example is important. That water of coconut is free nuclear endosperm and the white kernel that you eat is cellular endosperm. Please note down till here. So we have reached up to endosperm development. Only 2-3 topics are left. Okay, we'll try to end this in next class, the chapter. Okay, so if you have any doubts, please let me know today or in the next class. Okay, make sure you read the chapter. Okay, I request you people to read the chapter and if you have any doubts from any topic, please ask me in the next class. And आज की class से कुछ doubt है, so please let me know. Okay, note down and please let me know. I hope everything is clear. कुछ doubt होता है, please let me know. All right. If you do not have any doubts, people can leave the class. Thank you for joining. See you in next class, everybody. Good evening.